So it's the first of the month, and I need to do a little bit of preventative maintenance on my industrial Juki machine right here. So industrial machines are a bit different than the domestic machines that you could buy at like Michael's, Walmart, whatever. There is like an oil pan that's in the bottom. So I'm gonna turn the camera around and show you what mine looks like right now. So there's the machine that's set in the table. It is driven by there we go, a little belt in there. So the machine itself is really heavy, and there's a little pedestal right here that's going to rest on. So I'm going to push it back. It probably weighs 40 pounds or so. There we go. I'm going to try to get this light over too. Okay, so this is the oil pan or whatever you want to call it. So the oil is actually supposed to be clear. It's starting to turn yellow. So that means that I need to go ahead and change it out. And whenever this is empty, I'm going to wipe everything down, get all the lint and everything out of the way. There is a little, don't focus the finger, there we go, a little screw thing right there. So I must have to stick a screwdriver in there to unscrew it. And underneath, right here, is where all the oil is going to come out of. So I'm going to use this jug. I'm going to hold the jug up underneath here while I unscrew that and hope I don't make a mess. This is my first time ever doing this, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, so now I have the oil drained. The screw for it is right there. There's the little hole. I'm going to wipe out all the edges and all the lint that's over in this section. There's a little oil wick here. So as it sits in the oil, it draws oil up into this, so that way that part can get lubricated. Whenever I snap a needle, a lot of times the tip of the needle will end up in here. There is one somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. I'll find it eventually. It's not making any funky noises, so that's good. Okay, so I think I got it wiped out pretty well. There's also, this is what pumps all the oil through the machine to keep it lubricated. That's what makes it spin. But I'm going to flip this over. We'll screw that back down and then put fresh oil in. Oops, there we go. Okay, so that is good. See what I mean by messy? This was just a Post-it and it got all oily. I don't know, I guess I'm gonna throw that away. There's oil there too. Okay, so the oil that I'm putting in there is this Wall Wax sewing machine oil. I went ahead and opened it and removed that red cap. And so I'm just going to fill it up to the line that says high. And make sure nothing's leaking after that. Just let it flow into all of its little pan areas. So about right there should do it. So see how much clearer that is than the oil I just removed? And let's check underneath and make sure nothing's dripping. I think that looks pretty good. And I'll move this out of the way. Move my light back a little bit. I'm also going to run it at its fastest speed to get that oil moving through. Oops, dip the light in there. Lift that up. So whenever I run it like that, which I'm actually supposed to do once a week to help get everything lubricated, I remove the thread from that because it will tangle itself up. I'm also going to remove the bobbin I'll set that right there. So I just flip the switch on. Then I just step on the pedal and run it until I see the oil coming up through that. See it starting to spray. So do this for about a minute. I don't know if you can see how fast it's going. But still throwing some oil up there. See the belt drive. Alright, actually I kind of want to make sure the belt's on where it's supposed to. Yeah. You can also see it from underneath the table. So this is the servo motor that drives the whole machine. I actually have it set to like half speed. Like I hardly ever use that speed, but if let's say I'm sewing a whole lot of like quick hems and I'm doing like yards upon yards upon yards, then I might be able to, but for most alterations where I'm only sewing a few inches at a time, I don't really need the full speed. Alright, so that preventative maintenance is now complete. Thank you for joining me on that, and if you know somebody that has an industrial and maybe they haven't changed the oil out or checked it lately, share this video to them and see if they need to do it. And there we go. Now we're ready to do some hems and probably replace the zipper today.